people put others on a pedestal and look down on themselves. This is a mistake. It's good to celebrate others' success. Yet also, there's something great about you. Remember that. You have the ability to learn to celebrate yourself. There is something you do that is incredibly special, and you are about to begin to feel confident in who you are. Be proud of your talents, your abilities, and begin to explore what you are drawn towards. Talk, walk, and think confidently, although this may appear gradual. When you talk softly, appear slumped over worry about bothering others, you are communicating a sense of insecurity. This way of being is done, finished, gone for you on all levels, in, out and throughout, every aspect of your present and future, like setting a piece of driftwood free to float and drift away downstream. And as you watch that piece of driftwood drift and float all the way downstream, you will find yourself talking clearly, standing and sitting straighter, as other people are no more fantastic or successful than what you are. With humility, you can become strong and confident in who you are. Perhaps you may not have been aware who you really are. Am I what I have? Am I what I am, or what I do for a job, or what I study, which country I belong to, city, town, house I live in? So who are you really when the smokescreen disappears? When you were young, you didn't come pre-packaged into a category. You came as something incredibly special and unique, with a unique set of characteristics that some have developed and some not yet. You came with everything you needed for your physical journey throughout life, so why not the rest of the journey as well? Yet you were probably told you were this or that, took this or that on board. Well, it's about time you replace this, don't you think? Reminds me of a person I once knew who came to work with me in a large company. When she walked into the room, she held her head high. A pleasant smile radiated out, and you could feel the strength and confidence coming from her. Yet what was interesting, in a large office environment, there were highly qualified professionals, CEOs, scientists, some of the most intelligent and accredited people around. A lot of people would have been intimidated, but not her. She held herself like a real professional because she knew who she was. If a Prime Minister or President walked into an international conference with his head down and softly spoken, appearing defeated, we would say, "Come on, you represent us and our country. You may be nervous. This may be a big occasion or time in your life, but act like you represent something special. That you have the views and opinions. That you have the talents and abilities. That you are going somewhere and you are taking us with you. A simple shift in your awareness can make enormous differences in what you achieve or do not achieve today, in this very moment. There are many people going around with their daily activities with no real idea of the fact that they are quite literally compounding their problems that they complain about. I believe that you are different. The fact that you are applying yourself in listening to this, you are expanding your awareness. This shift in awareness leads towards improvements and opportunities to be realised. And you are beginning that creative process. Very few people are actually born confident in themselves. Rather, this is a state that is developed and built upon through experience and consistent reinforcement. If something begins to indicate otherwise, challenge it immediately and correct it. Perhaps you may like to adopt this idea, challenging any unhelpful thought or belief and replacing them with more helpful ones, developing a hardened, confident mindset that will repel and overshadow all before it. So now, when you feel that there's something that you need to do, that there's an opportunity that calls for you, don't sit there. Act. Act for what you represent. What you feel is the right thing to do, as no one else will do it for you. And you may feel nervous or anxious, yet I want you to throw this aside and be that person that you know is sitting there and awaiting to emerge. And I want you to be your own president, your own rock concert, your own cheerleader. And each and every time that you feel a little unsure about something that you really want to do or accomplish, you will hear that whole cheerleading squad getting behind you, letting you know that you can and you will. I feel that your perception will be changing. In the next few days, you are going to be presented with an opportunity. At first, you may seem a little anxious, wondering what is happening, but then you will relax and enjoy the process, to start focusing on what you can become, to start celebrating who you are, to start developing your potential. Who knows what can happen? It's kind of exciting, isn't it? Part of your mind is wondering about the changes that are occurring, and the other is becoming more open to positive and sensible change. From now you have the choice to adopt new and much more helpful emotions and behaviours, freeing yourself in the process from past events or experience. When you made the decision, when you made the choice to leave old ways of feeling behind you, build your confidence so that you can feel more relaxed. In that moment, that bigger part of you will stand up and say, you know what, I've had enough of this way of feeling. And that's a perfect place to be, for changes to happen. And from my experience, this is a person for which change is inevitable.